Hey folks, welcome to a new Let's Play from the Mysterious JG. I'm going to do that stupid thing where I pretend for a moment you don't already know what game it is, even though you know because you clicked on the video. But I was wrapping up Final Fantasy II, which we're supposed to call Final Fantasy IV now, on the Pixel Remaster, which was like the only video game related thing I got for Christmas. And I threw it out to the fans. Which Final Fantasy game would you like me to play next? And I got a mixed reaction, but I kind of got a weird desire as we were going through to revisit a game I've played through once and only once. I have the DLC, I never played it. It's the Final Fantasy game that isn't a Final Fantasy game because it's the Final Fantasy game where some guy who was one of the architects of the Final Fantasy series took that tempting American Xbox Microsoft money to make a Final Fantasy. I have $0, by the way, folks, and 0 cents. To make a Final Fantasy style game for the Xbox 360. So we're going to play Lost Odyssey. This may be a terrible idea. It's a long game. I hope I don't get 3 videos into it and decide this was a stupid thing I shouldn't be doing. Um, and I probably won't really know until I get some feedback on the first few videos about whether people are excited. But Lost Odyssey is a game I've mentioned periodically over the years, and I've had people occasionally say it is a game that they would like to see. As I said, and I didn't bother to get the names, but yeah, one of the big movers and shakers behind the Final Fantasy series, kind of this was their big project they did for the Xbox. Because even more so than the days of, in my mind, see, I had a PS2, and then I had an Xbox 360, and then I went with the PS4. So the whatever generation of console Xbox 360 was the longest I went without having because I had a Sony, I had a PlayStation, I had a PlayStation 2, then I went Xbox 360, and then I went PlayStation 3. The Xbox 360 was a gift, and I was okay with it because Rumble Roses Double X was an Xbox 360 exclusive, and clearly that's the most important JRPG of all. But Xbox 360 kind of got hosed on that deal. I'm sure there's other Xbox 360 JRPGs people liked. The big ones were this, and then Tales of Vesperia came along later. And this is when Squaresoft and Final Fantasy was like, nope, console war, and we're supporting the Japanese console. And Tales of Vesperia was kind of a big deal, and I was pretty excited when that came out. And then a couple years later, the PlayStation 3 version of the game appeared, which had additional content in even playable characters. I've never really got a handle on how much extra shit is in Tales of Vesperia for PlayStation 3. I think all may have even played that version. I don't know. Tales of Vesperia was such a damn long game, and I recorded it on my channel. I'm probably never revisiting that. But I am visiting this game, so maybe I should shut up and get to it. Lost Odyssey. I guess the last thing I'll say before I hit start on this is I think my favorite series I've ever done is probably Final Fantasy X, which has the same game style, like fully voice acted, maybe bits of dialogue from town people, NPCs that you can read and do goofy voices. But although I had a lot of fun with the SNES JRPGs and doing voices and stuff, my favorite series of all that I've done was Final Fantasy X. And this is that same thing. Final Fantasy 12, unlike Final Fantasy X, has dialogue scenes so you can kind of do a Mystery Science Theater style treatment of it. It also has like hours of shit between every voice acted sequence. This game, I think, has a more Final Fantasy X pace where there's a lot of talking. But the big difference is that I remember in Final Fantasy X, I really came to like and enjoy the game and care about the characters. I don't remember the story of this one very well at all. I remember one or two characters I kind of liked, one comic relief character who I found kind of annoying, but broadly speaking, this falls into the Final Fantasy 12 thing of being a little pretentious and taking itself pretty seriously. But I remember the gameplay being pretty fun and really felt like an old school Final Fantasy game, which I enjoyed the hell out of at the time. And I remember liking the music a lot. I think there was a lot about this game to like. And a lot about this game I don't remember. And I think I played a decent amount of this game on weekends with a drink in my hand. So maybe some memories will be triggered. Memories. Huh. I don't remember Lost Odyssey that well. I wonder if not being able to remember things may be a theme. It's been 5 minutes. Let's actually get into this thing. And hopefully it'll be fairly simple to start a new game because I will have saved info of like clearing the game on this machine. Unless that was my old hard drive. Lost Odyssey, Tim. Press start. Let's wait and see what kind of intro movie we get. But it's Mistwalker Inc. 2008. So, is it weird to me that I've been playing so many old games that 2008 feels recent? Because that's like that's more than a 15-year-old game now. And it feels recent compared to a lot of what I do. There's people who remember playing this game as little bitty babies. I was probably in college playing this thing. Holy crap. I might have been out of college. Hold on. I was definitely out of college. Why am I talking about how old I am? Almost positive that something is going to start happening if we just don't hit start. So I do want to wait and give that a chance to play. There's every chance that what will play is the first 3 minutes of the game that I would have gotten by just pressing start, but let's see.
When people die, they just go away.
Well, if you push them off a cliff, they'll die.
If there's any place a soul would go, it's in your memories. People you remember are with you forever.
He's sad about dead people. Well, we're flashing forward to stuff we're going to see in the game. Here's the villain, one of the few people I do remember in this game. Yeah, I remember this game having a pretty cool look to it, and like no details whatsoever about what the story was. And I remember the FAQ, which I used, which I'm going to use again. And I'll be making fun of the FAQ quite a bit, even as I use it. Dracky the Dork had nothing on the horniness of the person who wrote this FAQ that I'm using. Thank you, Split Infinity, for being really horny. I guess it's just a montage of stuff from the game, and a brief little speech from our hero, Kime, in which he says, if you remember people, they're not really dead. By the way, his whole thing is that he doesn't remember anything. So I guess all these people are really dead. I don't remember that guy. You guys are going to be fighting some Magitech armor and stuff here?
Use for the past.
Guys got no use for the past. Well, those who don't remember the past are doomed to repeat it, so that may be the plot of this game. I remember this game is about memory. Is that ironic? Updating gamer profile. Holy shit. Let's go to new game. We will do it on the hard drive, which is... if I'm reading that correctly, it's mostly free. Normal text speed. Captions on. Voice language will be English. I'm told German is particularly good in this, but I'm going to go with English. Battle cursor, do not save. Back row is also automatic. What? Set battle commands automatically input by holding the confirmation button. I guess this means I can have the computer tell my back row party members what to do. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh, I wasn't done. Oh, well, whatever. Hopefully everything else was good in default. And maybe I just misunderstood what that setting was and doomed us to a suboptimal gaming experience. Kime's got A rank stuff. That's good. I'm glad I saw that. Maybe my Xbox 360 is too advanced to give us time to view critical information on the loading screens. Wow, my screen seems really dark. Alright, black shapes are emerging from a black vehicle. And these guys have some very involved hats. Well, they're helmets, obviously, but... Getting us right in the action, I guess. Yeah, the chargy guys don't seem to be doing that well compared to the slowly step forward as artillery rains down guys. And the guys with no shields and swords are doing better than the guys who have swords and no shields. Wait, I think I said that wrong. Oh. Finally, the dark gray guys are getting their comeuppance at the hands of the golden guys. We also have big, tall helmets with a circle versus big, tall helmets without a circle. R2-D2's giant cousin is here. Those things don't look maneuverable. Yeah, I would think there's probably tactics to deal with these guys that involve getting out of the way of the big blade, but maybe you just don't need to have a lot of ground troops in a battle with these things involved. But I'd say the evil-ish looking guys are winning. Although a golden guy just like freaking recovered. Oh, okay, so we got some magic dudes up here casting life spells on soldiers. I might prioritize targeting those if I was the evil-looking guys. Although, when one side is using necromancy, maybe they're not the good guys. These guys seem to be coming back to life, not rising as, like, the undead. Well, here's our hero. What do you know? He's way better at fighting than the generic guys around him. Wow, he really murdered that guy's space 6 inches above his head. I guess I don't know if these are humans in there. Like, maybe their heads really are that tall. Doesn't seem like his sword should be big enough to deal with all these... Like, a much bigger, heavier sword than his, and he just kind of shrugged it off. I gotta say, though, I thought it was pretty promising that this guy was going to be a fun badass at this point in the story. Okay, here's a, let's attack. Magic Kent Soldier. Okay, I took out 3 guys with 1 attack and guarded for no damage. I don't see a point in using items now. Feels like a bit of a story battle. Well, with me taking out multiple targets. Oh no, I took damage. Wait, did I take damage? I thought I took damage from behind there. That sweet music is playing. I did like the battle music in this game. Though we'll be hearing it a lot. May overstay its welcome. I feel like I really fought that battle smart. I feel like that was some excellent gameplay on my part. Oh, I see they're getting out of the way. That might be wise. Oh, that's flamethrowers. And a giant spiky thing. Luckily, we have the ability to block flames with our sword. Well, unless we get some, yeah, we did lose some hit points. I don't think we need to heal. There's a right unit and a left unit. Let's start with the right. Right unit defense system has been activated. Ooh. Ow. Let's try the left unit. My GC went down. Like, alright, well, I got a neck cramp from being set on fire. Maybe we should... I guess I'm supposed to alternate. It said... the right side defense deactivated. Like... should we just keep alternating? I don't know that it matters. It's probably pretty hard to lose this fight. But it did seem like when we attacked the left, it said it deactivated. Oh, the blade is up. I guess we defend because the blade is up. I'm gonna guess we take more, like, we didn't seem to have the ability to evade. Let's just keep alternating. Really don't know if we're doing this right. Let's not alternate this time. Let's attack left twice in a row. No damage. Okay, so we're always going to take damage. But if I don't alternate, I deal very little damage. Do I want to try not defending and see if I just get completely spanked here? Maybe I can evade. Okay. Should defend when it does the blade up. Got it. Man, my neck cramp has gotten really bad. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to do this without needing healing items. It is a giant robot we're fighting. Am I really messing this up? So I got lots of MP. My PGC has gone to 0, but I have received no tutorials whatsoever on how combat works. And now I've lost track of what we last attacked. So I attacked the wrong one. I feel like I'm making a big meal out of this battle. I feel like we probably are supposed to have already won. Luckily, it does seem like it's beyond the efforts of the other soldiers around here to individually defeat these giant tank bots, so...
Okay.
We're not letting the team down or anything. Because either this is a plot battle I'm supposed to lose, or this is a really tough first fight. I would think there's basic game mechanics I don't understand. Like, what is going on with 0PGC level 1, but the game never told me. Maybe I was like one hit away from winning this damn thing before I started dicking around with attacking on the wrong turns and shit. Alright, let's be conservative. Let's defend one more time and then finish off that other side. I don't know why we can't attack the blade, but... But we're probably one hit away now. Could be that if I had just kept it like it was timed out so that I would win just alternating, not either stopping to defend or ever healing, I would have had just enough to win without healing at all. But I don't know. Oh, it's still going. We can attack the tank's magic engine. The You're Welcome magic engine. He just looks annoyed by this. And then it does 0 damage and the battle continues. Well, what was stopping you from going up there before? I guess the flamethrowers. And none of those magic tower guys decided to heal me. I guess they can only bring... Oh, I wonder if they would have brought me back if I'd actually died. And like, seriously, guys? Seriously. What's happening? God, I guess my TV's getting even darker. Whatever this is, it doesn't seem to be on their side. Ooh. This doesn't seem to be on anybody's side. This seems to be pretty indiscriminately killing everybody. This is a cool sequence. I think it takes a very long time for us to really get into what the hell was happening here. Good Xbox 360 graphics. Now, of course, Final Fantasy XIV eventually came out, or whichever one had Lightning. That came out on Xbox 360 eventually. Maybe it was just a long-ass time. Yeah, am I losing my damn mind, or was the Lightning games on Xbox 360? They were. They were just really late cycle in the... Maybe there just weren't any Final Fantasy games coming out at this point. Yeah, that's what it is. I got it in my head that, oh, there was no Xbox 360 Final Fantasy games. No, they just did nothing between 12 and, I guess, 11 or 12 was it multiplayer. I've lost track of the Final Fantasy games. That's what's happening. I think there were a bunch of other... I think PS3 was supposed to have a bunch of JRPGs I never played. And then this was the Xbox 360 exclusive, which I feel like pretty much everyone's forgotten. Anyway, we survived, so that's nice. I don't know how we survived. I don't know what killed everyone. I don't know who wins the fight. I guess the golden armor guys with the round helmets win because we were apparently fighting on their side and we're the only ones who survived, so. This is our main character here, General Pyrrhus. Alright, he's got an E in magic attack, so I'm glad I know that now. Highlands of Wall, Hypo Center. I guess I can throw down a save. Jack, would you like to save? Data. I've only got... Seriously? I've only got 3 saves? Where you can see I got Kame, Seth, Ming, Sarah, Cook, Jansen, Max, Sed, and Tolton. So that's pretty sweet. But I suppose in theory... Oh, is this some kind of... This says disc 1. Do I have a full reclear? I guess I should look that up between videos. I've got a full reclear. Highlands of Wall Battlefield. I guess I could play New Game Plus. Maybe I should look and see what that's about and whether there's any reason at all to do that, rather than just playing through the game again. But brings up the point, or the fact that we're pretty close to the end of a video. So we kind of got through the opening sequence and got to our very first save point, and 25 minutes feels like a good time to save. I'm going to take a minute to read about New Game Plus, because it would appear... Well, maybe I should just do this right now. Yeah, let's just do this right now. If sorry, I switched inputs on my TV, so give me one moment. If I go to, let's see, items, healing medicine 6, so it does remember what I used. No weapons, no, oh, I have a killer machine ring. I have no accessories. I have shattered bond and memory lamp. A shattered armband with the word bond carved into it. And a magical diary orb that can recall recent memories found inside the Nautilus. And I've got the killer machine ring, the most advanced anti-magic weaponry ever devised. It has machine killer, magic killer, and spirit killer. That all sounds pretty amazing. But what if I were to come here and quit the game? Why are you updating my profile? No, damn it. I want to actually... Yeah. I thought I would get to actually choose which game I wanted to load. Hey, it's first video, guys. No prep work was done for this. Other than hooking up the Xbox 360. Didn't even know that this was going to be a thing. And it looks like you got to quit all the way out before you can load different slots, which seems annoying because I recall this is a game where if you want to like follow a FAQ and make sure you just don't miss any items in rooms that are not, you know, places you can return to, it's this is a game where you can shut yourself out of places. So Highlands of Wool Battlefield, Disc 1. I wonder if I am just playing through the story again with access to all characters and all their equipment. See, he's got a B in Vitality. So, you know, there's that. I got 3,500, I've got a platinum sword. Oh, I didn't equip my killer machine. I can't even tell if I'm doing more damage. I probably am. Does this just mean I have my level? And not my equipment? I need to look this up between videos. So I think with this probably, well, we probably got to win this. Okay, you have permission to skip ahead if you want to the next video. I feel like I probably have to win this fight and then see, maybe when we get to the, first screen after you actually have control, it turns out that I've got like all the best equipment in the game, and maybe even have access to other characters in the menus. So we'll see this real quick. It should be fairly obvious here whether we suddenly... Yeah, okay, so clearly we're more powerful than we were. This is some kind of new game plus mode. Let's see how much damage this does to us. 27. That seemed like it was on par with what it was doing before. Okay, so that hinge back there getting broken down is what gives us the ability to kill this thing. Alright, so... Well, at least we got a chance to get some good look at Kime. Good looks at Kime. Alright, well, if that's what this is, then that seems pretty broken. If it was like, oh, you've got hidden collectibles and shit, I don't know that there's any particular reason I would want to play through. Alright, so we don't have access. Okay, looks like we start at level 50, even though he was at level 78, according to the, but he doesn't have any accessories. He's got the Killer Machine and Platinum Sword. That would appear to be what we had before. Item-wise, we've got Healing Medicine. Skills. Interesting. Alright, it looks like you just get your levels from your previous playthrough, but no equipment and no learned skills. Which doesn't seem necessary, as this was a game that I remember, and I'll hand it to them. This was kind of... I don't know, I had mixed feelings about the fact that they sort of made this game have like a experience rubber banding where you couldn't really super grind too much because your levels kind of capped. It's like Final Fantasy, well, 13 or 14, whichever one had lightning. It's that same style where they kind of made it so that you could only get so far in the game. Like, you got to a certain point in the game and your level's more or less capped. You started getting really plummeting returns for grinding. And then until you advance in the story. So, like, Chrono Cross and whichever Final Fantasy game had lightning did that, and so did this. So there's really no sense in us doing a New Game Plus. So when we come back next time, we'll be back on the default. We'll be back on the save at the beginning of the game. And we will be playing Lost Odyssey. And we will have used a bunch of healing magic on the very first fight. Thanks for watching.